I'm going to show you some more charity shop CDs I've bought recently. This is a double album called Essential Drum and Bass, 20 drum and bass cuts from the UK underground. Double disc and lots of stuff on there. Along the same lines is Hospital Mix Drum and Bass Selection. It's on the Hospital Records label with a selection of their artists. Very entertaining. It's a classic album by Dury, New Boots and Panties. This was $1.99, which is a bit more than usual, but it's a great album. It's also got bonus tracks, so you get some of the singles that weren't on the original album. The Pixies and Surfer Rosa, and you also get on here the On Pilgrim EP, so it's kind of two records on one. I did actually used to have this, but I think I sold it or gave it away and slightly regretted it. It's not my favourite Pixies album because I don't really like the Steve Albini production, but I prefer the later work, but it's worth having. I went back next week and they put out more Pixies CDs. This is Dolittle, which I think is probably their best, and also Trompe Le Monde with the scary eyeball cover. There's more scary eyeballs in the booklet, so I won't show you that. This looks interesting. Antonio Carlos Jobim and Terra Brasilis. I think this is a sort of jazz bossa nova thing. I haven't heard it. I don't know much about it, but it looked intriguing. Things on this label, the Warner Brothers masters, are usually worth hearing. Blur and Busting and Droning. This is a double album of remixes and live stuff. This was only £1. Tracks from around their 1997 album called Blur, and then there's also a concert they recorded at John Peel's house, which I have on tape, and I really enjoyed hearing at the time, but it's good to have that on CD. And more Blur. This is their reunion album recently, The Magic Whip. I'm not particularly keen on this, I have to say. To me it wasn't up to the quality of the earlier stuff. Interesting to hear, but not great. Staying in a kind of Britpop theme, this is an interesting one. Pulp Live. In fact, it seems to be a bootleg. You get the concert they did at Glastonbury in 1995, which really was the moment where they made it, and it was an amazing concert. I think I watched it on TV at the time, so it's nice to have that. And there's a few bonus tracks as well, so although it's a bootleg, it's bound to be good if the quality's alright. Also a bit Britpop-ish. Teenage Fanclub songs from Northern Britain. It's got a great booklet with pictures of desolate landscapes and so on. Tanita Tikaram, unfashionable artist, but I like her. This is her second album called The Sweet Keeper, and also her third album, Everybody's Angel. This is an interesting one, Nouvelle Vague. They do bossa nova, easy listening cover versions of kind of punk, post-punk material, so you get Love Will Tear Us Apart, Joy Division, Just Can't Get Enough, Depeche Mode, songs like The Clash, Public Image Limited, The Cure, and The Undertones, but done in that light sort of easy style. It really works. There's the original sticker, so that was £10, now £1. Elvis Costello, Brutal Youth. This is a great album that he made with the Attractions, although it's not credited to the Attractions, but they do play on quite a lot of it. Some of his best songs of the 90s, also some quite bad songs mixed in, but when it's good, it's very, very good. And then today I've just been to the charity shop now, managed to get 5 CDs in one go. This is a compilation by Jethro Tull called Through the Years, presumably songs from Through the Years. A live album by Vanessa Paradis, who I like a lot. These were all £1, by the way. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl. I think I have this on tape, but never had it on CD. Includes Back on the Chain Gang and the classic 2000 Miles. And then finally, from the same bunch, Little Creatures by Talking Heads from about 1985. This is the album with Road to Nowhere. It's when they started to get kind of a bit more populist, a bit more radio friendly. It's a great record. And finally, Talking Heads again, True Stories. This was the not the soundtrack to the David Byrne film, but the songs in the film re-recorded by Talking Heads. Very commercial and very pop, but I really like it. I think fans of the earlier Talking Heads probably won't, but to me they really mastered this kind of radio-friendly sound and did it really well. Interestingly enough, the song Radiohead there is where the band Radiohead took their name. So that's it, my recent charity shop finds.